approach, then winning on their second chances.
Just one more hill needed here. Boris, real aggressive, but ends up being taken down by Scout. The cleanups don't come in so quick. Goggy's so quick to attack the weakened players, and no man is left behind. And while the chaos erupts, it looks like they're also able to take that final hill. Goggy's up 1-0 in the early rounds.
I thought we saw some really good battles from USAE, but they weren't quite able to put it together to finish a lot of those fights. I think if they had to go back in time, they would probably try to retake a few of those positions a little bit differently than they did in that game. But Goggy's, at the end of the day, looked very strong, and you can see the slay disparity is the first thing that really pops out at you. I mean, look at how all of these players really came out and were consistent across the board on getting those slays.
Some way, somehow, USAE are going to have to find a way to finish the fight, as Goggy's have been able to out-damage them, outslay them, and just overall look dominant here in your 5K Open Domination 2. But we still have another game. We're going into a Slayer, and one thing I did notice from USAE is when they rotated together. They were very coordinated with each other. Maybe that's something that they can take advantage of, that teamwork and that communication when going into a Game 2 Slayer.
There we go. Look into the replays here. I think this is the stick that we saw. It's definitely in this hill, so I want to keep a look at this, right? This is our Zenny replay, right? So we need some clarity. What in the... Bro, that didn't clear anything up.
When you saw the kill feed, you saw the stick, and you saw two players just blow up. I don't know where Tech came from, but I know where he's going.
He just blew up. Man, hit the self-destruct button.
My gosh, absolutely incredible work in that one play. But like you said, they got to find a way to finish those hills and ultimately finish a game here. Goggy's a really tough matchup here for USAE. But when the fight gets tough, you take it to the streets. First to 50 kills takes the win, throwing 12 minutes on the clock. And the streets of New Mombasa are about to get lit.
Everyone, get yourself sitting up straight. Make sure you're comfortable. You know, I think the most comfortable way to sit is if you have one of those secret lab chairs. You know what I'm saying? You get yourself that straight back, posture good. You know, should be shooting better. Make sure you get the Cloud9 version while you're there. Canary off start with that VR. I always love going up here, getting that VR. You have great angles. And more importantly, you can win some of those cross-map battles. But unfortunately for him, all his teammates went down. He finds himself in the 1v4 and certainly will not be able to come out on top of there. Look at that. Everyone has one to their name early on for Goggy's.
Perfect start here for Goggy's, and look, turn it up a little bit more than that, because now a 5-kill lead is erupted out of nowhere, making 6, and the Stalker rifle. Perfect shots coming out of Evil Gory.
And the bad just becomes worse for the USAE team. They now have to deal with a red gun and camo, and Gory's going to let players just get past them and shoot them as they cross through. Not a lot that these guys can do in this position. And you see the score just continues to widen, 11-3 now.
Shots still going down here this time. Let's be able to take advantage of one miss, all it takes in order for USAE to activate here, but still find himself down by quite a bit. You also find Hero DNA looking for the spawners. He's going to find them, and USAE are going to get punished.
Very fast push from Goggy's trying to get into this collapse. Those flanks, though, didn't quite come soon enough. They're a little bit more chaotic than they anticipate, but you have such a massive lead early in the game, you can afford to be more trade heavy on your plays, right? For the rest of the game, if you go 1-1, I mean, you're gonna win the game. Even you can give up a few untraded kills and you'd be fine for this game.
Back finds himself in the wrong place, wrong time right there, right into a double push by Goggy's, and Evil Gory almost able to escape that terrible situation, but the damage has been done, and a 9-kill advantage still favors Goggy's. We're not done just yet, as the double push through the strong side. We see a 4-man push now for Goggy's. They don't just come at you with one player, they bring the whole damn arsenal.
Roar's catching those players by surprise with that back smack. They've doubled up the score here at 24-11 now, and you can see how they just hunt as a unit. I mean, it is like a pack of wolves taking down their prey. They do not let these weak players get away, and it's just a constant flow of pressure. It's really fun to watch how this team's playing.
27-14, Goggy still having a clear advantage. Strikey has been absolutely going off so far. 7-3 is for death of a caster's curse. Meanwhile, Whoosh not only doing the kills department, but also the assist as well. 8 kills, 7 assists. Love that out of him.
That's the front lines. Here we go. Scoot, though, too many players to take on as the duo were just sitting inside that room and aiming together. I think that's the big thing, right? Is they're not catching players looking opposite ways. The way that this team is maneuvering, it's always collapsing in on the same angles, and it makes it so that you can't sneak away one-on-ones that easily. And by the time they do, it's usually at the back end of a fight when they're trying to make up ground. Such a tough position to come back from.
Evil Carbine just activating on that call out right there, snapping on his target. Double kill turns to a triple kill, and that's just what you've seen all game long, all series long. Just absolute beautiful teamwork, activating on the call outs, and just perfect shots out of Goggies.
To get into that trade, not gonna quite get it, but the teammates there to clean it all up. A 14 kill deficit that USAE needs to make up, and the lack of power weapons has been tough for them. Another red gun in the hands of Rorsch, and he doesn't really miss too often with them. It doesn't get a star, but that was 3 perfect shots into the face of his opponent.
Tech was able to anticipate the flank, but still trading out at least one of those lives. And at this point, Goggies can continue to trade out their lives until they hit the 50 kill mark. Something has to change here for USAE. They need to start getting some clean kills, and the only thing they'll get is Strikey to the face.
Yes, though, this double-digit lead has been well maintained. A few more trade outs, but at the end of the day, you need 2-for-1 specials here. You cannot afford to give up free deaths, and Rorsch is not going to slow himself down, but that's a good sign. We've cut the lead now to single digits.
With 3 down going Goggies, this is USAE's opportunity to take advantage of this. Evil Glory snapping on Smiley, but Smiley have the reinforcement, little bait and switch action. Don't know where Hero DNA just came from, but he gets himself a cleanup, and the same for Wars turns that into a double kill, and now just 3 more kills needed for Goggies. The dream was almost a reality, but Goggies, they're dominant.
That was a devastating flank from Strikey there, right? When you think you won the one-on-one, the guy comes out of nowhere with the camouflage to put them at 49, a double kill that will eventually lead them to the 50th kill. And this Goggies team just looked proficient the entire time.
We almost saw a bit of a response out of USAE, but Goggies coming in with the huge Game 2 win that's back-to-back for them. And to be honest with you, kind of what we expected here. USAE, a strong roster, but Goggies obviously the favorites, some of the best players from Latin America coming together and showing what they can do.
Yeah, their challenges become much more steep, though, in this next round, right? Cloud9 is going to be standing in their way, and this Cloud9 team, they're one of the most aggressive in the HCS. You let them get rolling, there's very few things that can stop them.
That is definitely true. As we take a look at the stats right now, 15 kills, 11 assists coming out of Rorsch. Evil Gory doing this thing as well. He was all over the map, 14 and 7 and 7 assists. You know, I don't even need my Zenny glasses on to tell you that was quite the performance out of both Rorsch and Evil Gory, but I'm gonna put them on anyways because I'm looking good there.
I love watching that triple kill once again. I mean, look how clean this is, right? You're coming into this fight with half shield, you're like, hey, I won't win this anyway. Turns around the corner, he's down, boom. Dude, something about the carbine is real satisfying when you get the kills like that. Because I always feel like mine, they don't hit the same.
Well, the trick is hitting your shots, okay? That's where you gotta go.
Chill. You know I have horrendous eyesight and I cannot see the reticle correctly, man. If only there was a clean solution to that.
If only, can you think of any? I mean, I'm trying to do the research. I'm trying to figure it out. What can you do?
Maybe, just maybe, if I go use Cloud9, my Cloud9 code over at Zenny, you might just be able to find a solution. C9.gg/Zenny. Get 15% off when you use code C9Halo at checkout. You can see clearly, and you won't miss your stalker shots, right? You're guaranteeing that one right there, Tony, right?
Guaranteed. Money back guaranteed from Tools' pocket. If you shoot below 80% at any given point, Tools will personally reimburse you 100%. In fact, 200% of what you pay.
Go to break. Oh, wait, we gotta edit this one out. We'll be right back. Cloud9 on screen soon.
girls with their nails done. 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 Girls with their nails done.
Oh, well, hey, Cloud9 is up, and they are playing against some of the best players from Latin America. Welcome back to your 5K Open, Cloud9, the Cloud9 5K Open Domination number 2, guys. Domination number 2. We're going to start our series on Origin Fly. Do we have you again, Tony?
I think we do. I'm sorry, man. The competition got me speechless over here, man. It's already been good after one round. It's going to get even better now that we got Goggies and Cloud9 going at it in your 5K Open.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see this Cloud9 team compete once again. I think that they are one of the strongest teams in the HCS, especially when they start getting the momentum rolling. You have two of the newest players in Halo combined with two veterans in the scene, Boo Boo, Dubu, and Sab, going to be having that long-term experience, and they're alongside Collect and Avusi on this roster. And the more I watch them, man, the more exciting, the more fun it is to see them. It's a team that feels thoughtfully built in the way that they've been assembled and the way they compete with each other.
And mind you, I mean, they did their damn thing in Charlotte as well. It was really fun to watch Cloud9, who were in a really tough pool, might I add, but came out, did really well. Sadly, in the lower bracket, we saw them go to a game 5, weren't able to get to that win. Sadly, they ended up getting upset a bit, but Cloud9 did have a decent Charlotte, and I'm excited to see what they have for us at Worlds, because something tells me they're going to be even more prepared and even more hungry.
Yeah, I think this is a team that clearly played much better than their placing showed, right? You know, sometimes you get the rough pool draw. You have to make the most of that situation from there. But I think Cloud9, with the weeks of preparation, knowing exactly what their pool is going to be from top to bottom, I'd say this team is going to be well prepared, and this is, you know, the first step towards it. This tournament, coming out, having a good placing here, would be a huge relief for them here.
And going up against this Goggies roster, I feel there's going to be a lot of pressure being put on the likes of like a player like Boo Boo Doo-Boo. Normally, a bit of that back player, I would say, that wants to kind of cover the backs of a player like a Sab and a Collect. You know they're going to be flying in. They're going to be doing that damage. But Goggies are going to try to put the pressure right back on them. Is Boo Boo Doo-Boo ready to cover his teammates back and keep everybody alive?
I think Boo Boo is one of the best players at making the game easy for his teammates. And that's not an enviable position to play from, because oftentimes it comes at the cost of your own stats or having to play the game in a less flashy way. But Boo Boo does it so effectively, right? You'll see Boo Boo Doo-Boo charge in, get into these unique positions and open up damage, create flanking plays, and oftentimes accelerate the objective in a way that very few players can.
So I guess we're calling the Tim Duncan of Halo in the C9 roster. Meanwhile, Goggies coming in like the Miami Heat, coming in dominant and in the face of Cloud9. That was an immediate 4 down. They're blocking elbow, they're blocking every spawn, and they're starting to fly right now.
Yeah, they blocked every spawn, and what happens is Cloud9 spawns in the middle of the map for a second, but they just reapproach, retake, re-slay, and look at this. That flag is basically home. They keep getting their kills. They could even go back to back if they manage to stay alive here at the maze. No, it looks like they finally get that kill, but wow, talk about a hot start from Goggies.
We saw it back at Charlotte. Many of these games ending in less than 3 minutes, even some in a minute and a half. Here on Origin Flag, it opens up in a big way, and so do Goggies. 1-0 lead here, and Strikey already applying pressure. He has teammates with him.
They're going to try to overwhelm on the snipe side. You did see a player from Cloud9, I believe it was Sab, that went on a pure overextend on the other side. Yeah, he's got the flag out, so he's going to give him at least a dilemma to deal with, but reality is all the players are still alive for Goggies. It's all about reslaying on the way back, and Sab played that extremely well. Great identification of what he needed to do on the overextend, stops that potential pull from finishing.
Return goes down here. It looks like a Vusi puts down that damage, and Sam going to continue to push this flag through the window side. Half the members of Goggies on the black screen, and another one joins them momentarily. 3 down. Everybody spawning on the opposite side of things. This is a great response now coming from Cloud9, tied up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, Sab punches that one in, and when you look at Sab's stats, you know, it's not like the craziest thing in the world. He got 1 kill, he just got his second there, and he had 2 assists. But he was probably the most important player on the map for those last 45 seconds with his positioning and play. Sometimes pulling the flag and creating distractions, being on those back ranks is worth way more than just a couple kills.
Fades going down here. No strike. He's over toward the back right-hand corner. Can't focus too much on him as he has to put down damage on multiple members. Gets a hot 5 as 3 down. Go Goggies. Worst, the final player alive gets 1 kill, but not enough to stop this flag from being pulled.
Nice quick pull as well. They're not wasting any time on moving this flag up onto the map. Boo Boo and Colette gonna have to reposition themselves because of these players over on the snipe side staying alive for a little bit longer than they anticipated. But at the end of the day, they still are able to out-hustle their way in. They find a couple more kills, and looks like the opening looking more and more like a couple of mistakes that Cloud9 made than necessarily them giving up and losing this position completely. I mean, this is the Cloud9 that we expected to see, the way that they're pushing, they're flowing on the map, and I'm really excited to see, this Cloud9 kind of play.
I'm still actually trying to figure out where the heck did that rocket go when maybe a little wide left there. And maybe because of that, we do see a flag being started by Goggis. But will be continued here because Porsche receiving a bit of pressure here. Sab able to put down that initial damage, but he doubles back, gets more damage down, and continues that flagpole as 3 down go Goggis. C9 successfully slowed him down.
Yeah, and that will be the return. Strikey had to be very careful there not to give up his life early, or else Cloud9 would have had a full opportunity. Instead, it'll have to come down to D-Slays in the neutral game. Collect opens up with 1, but Goggis with the answers. Zab, oh, that might just open up a door. He's the last alive, but he's deep in the enemy side.
Forcing Goggis to turn around and try to get him out of their backside. It's a great flank by Sab, and now an entirely new route through the mid-map. Perfect shots leads to a killing spree. Sab is shooting out here.
Nice, and I'm starting to track their way back, but there's just so many points of pressure. Cloud9 is flooding through every lane right now, and every gunfight just feels so important for Goggis, and they're not going their way. That flag is still on its way back home through the grass. It's over halfway. It's a desperate push in order to stop this one, and Cloud9, they'll punch in the 3rd flag. A 3-1 victory after going down early in the game. A fantastic 3-flag response.
And you mentioned this early when the game was starting. Boobadooboo oftentimes making the right play at the right opportunity, and sometimes the sacrifice of his own stats. I mean, obviously 4 and 10 with 6 assists isn't the greatest stat line, but what I saw towards that end game is him perfectly holding the line, watching for the overextenders, making sure that nobody was able to even touch that flag that eventually went in and ended the game. I think Boobadooboo's pressure and him holding the line might have been a large reason why they capped that 3rd and final flag.
I move into Aqua Slayer next, and we saw the potential that Goggis has, right? They came out with a perfect start, 4 down into another 4 down into another 4 down. It was absurd how well they played at the beginning of that game. I'd like to see them be able to have those big explosive moments, but then also be able to maintain, right? And I think that was the biggest problem, was they weren't able to maintain in those 4-on-4 positions where they didn't have those big advantages, where they weren't able to find early momentum and try to roll it. You're not going to have a lot of that on Aquarius because there's no power weapons, right? You just have camouflage that's coming up. A lot of this is going to be very dependent on positioning and team shot. And that's something that Cloud9, a professional team that's been, together for quite a while now, is going to be very proficient at.
By the way, I took a quick look at the stats as well on top of that, and we saw Vusi really having some fun on Orange. I think his stat line was like 15 and 8 and had a decent amount of assists to go along with it as well. It's a lot of firepower coming from that former Rainbow Six player, doing the damage, doing what he needed to do. Now we get to find out he's going to do the same thing here on Aquarius, where slays are the only thing that matters. And I couldn't tell. He looked a little angry at the BR right there, but it looks like maybe he was trying to force a reset or something. What was that?
Is it restart this? And we got the restart. Ooh, yo, dude, I love this from Charlotte. These little live fire. Put your little Spartan down. This is so cool.
Yeah, I wonder if they would ask, like, what's like your favorite position here? Like, where do you want to be in your outdoor position? Like, okay, well, I want to be top mid. I want to have that sniper over towards tower. Loved those as well, but also love me some more action. Cloud9 up 1-0 so far in the series. Goggis, they started off huge on Origin in the early game, and now we're going to see if they do the same here. 3-1 start, not bad for Goggis.
Yeah, it seems like they're very effective at the very start of the games. They have a known plan and they execute well on it. They're able to get the early camouflage, but my question is, what's the response once things aren't going well, right? When Cloud9 finds that sneaky kill onto you, when they start trading out these kills that weren't traded out at the start, where's the response then?
can't judge teams as they're going downhill. We gotta judge them based on when their backs are against the walls. That's a great analysis by you here. But right now, things still going their way up until we see back-to-back kills. Love that would come out of Hero DNA. Turns that into a double 3 down. Go Cloud9.
Like that. Cloud9 gonna be stuck into this yellow side. Hero DNA gonna try to play quickly into this. Was able to get 2 trade outs. Wow, we're talking about razor thin margins there on that, on those kills coming through or not. Those are the big kills that need to go your way in close games like this.
16-10 lead here. We're seeing Wars putting the pressure on. Another huge double kill goes down. This time it's going to be Wars, and Goggins continue to apply pressure through the util side. Now we see that double push. We see Evil Glory, but be careful. There's 3 members of Cloud9 that you're about to run into.
Oh, please. Oh, okay. the more that last shot doesn't connect, the deeper the feeling is in your stomach, right? You start to get a little pit, and it's like, I think I might just be in trouble. But Evil Glory able to find those cleanups. But already the answer. Sav comes in and down to 1 shot, was able to dodge those last couple bullets and get a trade out that, get a win, right? No trades to be found there, and those are big moments, especially when you're down pretty early in the Slayer. Finding unanswered kills is paramount to your comeback.
And still because of that explosive start, though, we see that Goggy's holding on to a lead. Now a 7-kill advantage. And right as Camouflage is coming up, Evil Glory able to not only grab him, but to work immediately as Collect goes down. Goggy's lead starts to grow.
A really tough spot there. Cloud9 didn't get that trade out. They knew where Camo was going, but they let them get those shields back, reposition, and the Camo can really do some damage here. I'm very impressed with how Goggies is playing, but you have to think that Cloud9's eventually going to figure out a solution and start to chip away at this lead. So far, it's been well maintained, around 6 to 7 kills, but at some point, I think this Cloud9 team will come to life.
Gonna switch gears over towards Strikey. High IQ play to slow things down just a bit. Now trying to catch up to Hero DNA, who's already out there, but loses a pivotal battle that once again gives Cloud9 the advantage. They have map control.
Like eyeing those 2 players, but decides to wrap back with his teammate. You are seeing Cloud9 starting to think a little bit more about how they're pushing as a team here. So far, it's trade out after trade out, and you only have a couple more times where you can go and trade out as all 4 as a team, but that might just be the change that was needed. Cloud9 able to find 2 unanswered kills there. Everyone's going to get their shields back. This next team fight can determine whether Goggies keeps their lead or we're going to be looking at a tied game.
After being down by an average of 7 kills for a large part of this game, Cloud9 find himself within striking distance, 3 kills, and going right and striking the Sab, and somehow finds the exit route. The fact that he's still alive right now is crazy. Stares down the battle over 1v2, gets out of dodge, a killing spree out of nowhere. We have a tied game.
And so impressive, right? Because Sab not only just managed to stay alive there, but as he's coming back, he keeps his other teammate alive by getting to those battles in time. Incredible work from him to not only find value in himself, but also to help his teammates get a little extra value by being involved in their gunfights. Just always being aware of what's happening on the map. It reflects on the scoreline. He's 16 and 11 so far with the most assists on his team.
Having quite the game, but Goggies once again take the lead right now. And Force trying to find the way to infiltrate the utility side. Patience key as he finds a weakened Boo Boo Doo, softens up adversary just a bit, long enough for Hero DNA to get in there. And once again, Cloud9 go 3 down. And I'm not sure if that camouflage is burnt. Squad wiped, and Camo in the hands of Evil Glory.
Yeah, Cloud9, this is back against the wall. I mean, look at all these players stuck in the space. They don't have camo. They don't have anything to work with. They're going to give up a couple deaths here at minimum. I think it's important for them not to give up number 49. You want to make up this difference before you get to that 49. But there it is. Oh, back against the wall. Cloud9 needs 6 before Goggies can even get 1. This looks like an impossible situation.
Goggins did a fantastic job of doing damage onto multiple players, and the target prioritization, always targeting the weakened ones and taking advantage of that. That target prioritization was serious out of Goggins, and an answer back. Now a tied up series, we go into a game number 3 on Lattice King of the Hill, and Goggins might have just stole momentum right away from the hometown team.
I'm really impressed with the way they played too. They came out the gate very hot, and they maintained. And that was the one thing that we're looking for, right? Was that maintenance throughout a game. And even when Cloud9 was able to take it back to even, they never quite gave up their momentum. The final camouflage, I think, made a huge difference in that game. We saw that they were able to get on top of that and prevent Cloud9 from getting it, and then able to use that camo to push up.
I will say that that situation as well, I thought it was also a heads-up play by Collect. Would notice his team is 3 down to at least try to burn that camouflage, try to make the play. I think Goggins were a little bit too quick on the damage and got him right before he got the burn, but maybe that could have changed things around a little bit. King of the Hill, we switched things up, and there's no camouflage whatsoever, but you do have a sniper to play with. We do have a quantum translocator, which gets a ton of value. Talk to me a bit about Lattice King of the Hill.
Obviously, the newest map in the HCS, right? So a lot of teams are not having necessarily as much experience as they would on some of the maps that have been around the longest. But what I think is really going to be important is getting an early lead in this, right? Because the first 2 hills, they take a long time to capture because of how contest heavy they can be. But if you're able to find those first 2, then when you go into the rest of the map, right, Hill 3 and Hill 4, Hill 3 can be pretty easy to capture. It's a money hill, but Hill 4, that one's going to take a long time. And by the time you get there, oftentimes you are just lacking the time to come back.
So we keep that in mind here. We have tools as keys to success. Make sure you get an early lead, and eventually time can become the ultimate enemy for your opponent. We start off with Strikey and Goggins kind of favoring that cargo side, but with that, Cloud9 able to anticipate invades early down. The first kill goes the way of Cloud9. And Boo Boo Dooba with the QT portaling back and forward, little instant transmission action as he's breaking the ankles, Allen Iverson style, and then finishes him off with the headshot.
With that, we see 3 going down early, and this has been, you know, Cloud9 gets a little bit of initial time here, but Goggins has been very efficient at getting these opening starts to go their way. Not only do they get those early kills, but they just found Sniper at the middle of the map. Like, this has been very fantastic, their opening starts, time and time again. I'm very impressed with this team.
Hero DNA losing the sniper here. Multiple go down. Somehow Goggins still scoring a bit and maybe about 75% done with this hill. But now this is Cloud9's opportunity to get a setup of their own snipe in the hands of Collect. And we know that he knows what to do with it. Immediate double kill, and more importantly, staying alive does Collect.
That's a good answer, Cloud9. Able to get right back into this hill, and honestly a bit surprised at how effective both these teams were at getting their time, but Cloud9 going to be able to put that last second in, and more importantly, you look down at the bottom of the clock, right? Only 15 seconds taken off the neutral clock. They get a 4 down. They're going to be on rotation. This is very good from Cloud9. That is about as perfect as you can be on finishing that hill and getting into the next. And look how aggressive they are on these spawners. They're afforded the opportunity to be that aggressive because of how well they played the finish of that hill.
Vusi taking advantage of that top mid position, but eventually not able to get that final kill towards the mid angle. And Hero DNA with a huge rotation and kills along the way. Not only do Cloud9 find themselves spawn on the opposite side, but Hero DNA has successfully infiltrated the red side, but there's 3 members of Cloud9 in front of him. Not exactly where he wanted to be.
That was really smart by Sav and Collect, right? Like, what's the priority for you here on this hill break is to get that spawn at that back red. So you see how Collect's not necessarily trying to get into that fight right now. He knows right now his responsibility is try to anchor these spawns. Even if your teammates don't get that spawn, you're preventing the other team from spawning there, and then your teammates will work towards you and get those kills. And look, once again, Collect, look how patient he's been this entire time, right? He's not trying to finish off any of those kills. He's trying to stay alive and influence the map. He does that perfectly. The help eventually comes in, and they eventually get the break that's necessary. They get into this hill, they get their spacing on the map, and they're probably going to get Sniper to go alongside this. That is perfectly played by Collect.
My man Collect is moving and grooving, and I'm loving every bit of it. Somebody needs to stop this man, because he's slowly starting to heat up, and if he continues to play like this, we can see a killing frenzy in his future. And as we see Cloud9 not only worried about the last hill, but the spawns over towards the next one, Cloud9 playing every part of this game correctly.
And I mean, so far, the more I see Collect play this map, because we saw it also at Charlotte, where he got the killing frenzy on this map. It feels like he kind of understands it a little bit better than most. Like he knows the angles really well. He's got his timings down so well on the map. And then you put a sniper in Collect's hands, he's usually just pinpoint deadly with it. He comes back, he gets the perfect kill. This is the Collect show right now. Double kill for him. He's 13-4, folks. 13-4. He's triple positive in this game thus far. It really is the story of Collect versus Goggies, because these guys have not found a solution at all.
Collect clearly has an advanced understanding of how to move around this map, and we are seeing it. This is his playground right now. As on the bottom right hand corner of your screen, you see Mind Freak. They ain't done pulling off massive upsets in Charlotte, because right now they're going at TSM, 2 kills away from ultimately taking that game and tying up the series. And there it is, the Australians coming over and raising hell once again.
Yeah, that really, it's been probably the story since Charlotte, is that team from Australia, Mind Freak, because it feels like they're well established in the top 8 now. they are just going to war against some of these other teams that are getting top 6, that have been, I mean, they defeated Optic Gaming at Charlotte. Like, that is a team that is coming into their own at the right time, right before the Halo World Championships. I'm very excited to see what they're able to do. They push TSM to a game 3. We'll keep our eyes on that match as well. But I mean, Cloud9 is playing this just about perfect. They are hitting their rotations well. They won the first 2 hills, which I always think is very important on this map. They were able to get the money hill, and now they just have they have a plethora of options on how they want to play this next one, because this hill, it's a little bit harder to get, so they don't necessarily need to be in it. They can waste a lot of time here, still try to get this hill over time, but they're not necessarily stuck on having to play that hill, and having those options is going to make this game much easier for them compared to Goggies, who need 3 hills in a row with just over 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, as much as we've been hyping up Collect in the early game here, a player that we've been hyping up in the early part of the series was Evil Ori. Right now, the stats definitely don't favor him. I love the 7 assists out of him, but 2 and 14 in the KD is ultimately not what Goggies are looking for right now. Really tough run here for what we're seeing from Evil Ori. Meanwhile, like you said, Cloud9 up 3-0. Something has to change, and a 3 down for Goggies ain't what they're looking for, but Evil Ori might have heard me a bit. He said, hold up 1 second. Rips a nice little double kill out of nowhere, buys enough time for his teammates to come off and spawn. This is what we want to see, Gory.
Yeah, you see how more comfortable he is when he starts to get into that middle map, and he has options to help his teammates to his left and to his right. I'd like to see him maybe try to get to those spots a little bit more, but you have to get the sniper out of Cloud9's hands, and it's for reasons like that. Collect's now missing shots, and Dubu was a millimeter away from taking Gory's head before he could get that kill. I don't think they can get to this contest in time. It's going to be Cloud9 that take a perfect game of Lattice King of the Hill, and they look really strong on King of the Hill for Lattice. I mean, that Cloud9 team, they are deadly.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like perfect's the way I would describe it as well. I mean, that was just textbook that we saw from Cloud9. And again, I might sound like a bit of a broken record here, but I was really impressed with Collect. And it wasn't even, forget the stat lines. I mean, 19 assists is fantastic. 9 assists is great. You know, the stat line was fantastic, but the eyeball test is what got it for me. The way he was moving around the map, it seemed like he just clearly mastered. He knows something that we don't know.
I think the word I would be using for it is it felt like Collect was always playing with purpose, right? Every play that he was identifying throughout that game had an idea and a thought behind it that was higher level than just, you know, the next move. While players are thinking one step ahead, he's more like playing a very high level game of chess. Like he's thinking 2-3 steps ahead about what's going to happen in 20-30 seconds from now. It's very, very interesting to watch. And it shows like Collect's one of the smartest players in the HCS. He understands the game at like an intrinsic level, the timing, the positioning. Like it feels like Halo's kind of the game that's like made for him to play. It was really fun to watch.
Always one step over his opponent here on Lattice. We're going to find out if Mind Freak or TSM could pull a page out of Collect's playbook here. As they're in a tight one, Mind Freak a couple of seconds away from taking his hill number 1, but it's TSM that have the setup right now. And Solstice, although he loses his shields, he also catches an entirely new angle and one that Mind Freak just ain't ready for. The damage goes down and he just gets out, just being a nuisance to Mind Freak.
Yeah, that was really smart by Soul Snipe. I mean, just those quick repositions, quick flanking plays make a big difference. And Druck, okay. He was one away from the overkill, but he did have a killing frenzy to start this game. My word, did he put in effort on this first hill, but even after the frenzy, TSM, they don't have this first hill secured, and this is what you are used to seeing, right? It takes a lot of effort to get these opening hills, and it's gonna come down to one big team fight. Whoever gets the next like 3-4 down is probably gonna get this hill. It's gonna come down to this. There's no nades. He doesn't have nades. Sways. Oh no, Tolic. He couldn't do anything but helplessly watch as Sways got into the hill. No nades in such a tough spot.
Not very often that we see a team go 3 down and still cap the hill, but Sways is able to do it from Mind Freak. It's a 1-0 lead, and TSM obviously not going to be happy about that one as they start early towards this next hill, but Mind Freak quick to attack.
Wow, just a brutal hill for TSM to have to work to deal with, and man, I'm like trying to do the math in my head, right, of like what the slay disparity was, because I think it was actually pretty significant. I think Mind Freak got outslayed by at least a rotation there, and they still are able to get that hill, right? And look, early on this next hill as well, and Druck is distracted heavily by this player that's underneath him. Sways gets, oh no, right? Because Druck wasted so much time trying to deal with that gunfight on the other side of the map. Not only does he not get away with that gunfight, but when he loses it, he gives up sniper in the process. They still don't get their spawns. Like, that's a back-breaking play in my opinion, because Sways makes that to get sniper, right? That's the risk benefit analysis he's making. He says, I want sniper, I'm gonna go and try to make spawns a little iffy here, and it works. And then now the payoff is here. He's hitting shots like that. Double killing spree. The Kiwi has come to play.
So Waze going absolutely off. Another 3 down for TSM, and more importantly, Mind Freak are scoring, and Sways is still hitting shots. Beautifully played so far. Another no scope. Somebody stop this man. He's on fire.
Oh no, Manny. There's nowhere for him to go. Tries to take the challenge, but Sways ain't missing. All the sniper gone, but the second hill secured. And now TSM is in danger if they don't get this hill quickly, right? There's only 3 minutes on the clock, and that might sound like a lot, but if you don't capture this right away, it becomes a little bit more of a fight to do so. Not only are you going to find yourself down, 2-1, but you're probably going to be out of a lot of time here. And what would be especially backbreaking is if you let Mind Freak get this third hill. I think Lattice in particular is just a map where it's almost impossible to come down when you go down 0-3.
was drunk in the first half and sways the one sway momentum in the team's favor here in the second half. A killing frenzy, and I don't even think we should be surprised with what we were seeing. One killing frenzy deserves another, and Mind Freak up 2-0, about a second away from taking their third hill.
I believe that was best of threes. Like the first two rounds are best of threes, and now they should be best of five.
Что это было вообще, что не понял?
Best of turn.
Ух, ни хрена себе, какой у Томи спартанец. Симпатичный. Ничего себе. Прикольно.
But he was deep in there, huh? Is he in the backside, or is he just sitting on the actual like wall?
300 FPS у Сони. У Сони, говорю, у Томи. Сони. Что произошло с трансляцией LVT?
That one, that's a little mouse and keyboard flick
Он
for
на
you.
месте. Интересный
Yeah, I
матч.
agree with that. I think playing time with Demi to play, especially with that hill going towards that middle ice, that is a tough hill to capture, as you
Давай.
mentioned
Ну тут скорее
before.
всего
But
Майнфрик
I mean, when you're
выиграет.
shooting like this, I don't think it matters
Ё-моё.
right now. Rise down to one-shot high IQ play
Оно
to
так
stay
лагает.
alive here. Half the members of TSM
Подгонял,
get removed from the
подгонял.
map, so the Slay's advantage still favoring Mind Freak, and they're gonna keep getting the hill time.
Yeah, look how far away this
Посмотрим.
spawn is from TSM. I mean, the reality is they have one good push left here. You see them kidding out towards cargo as well. I don't know if they have the time for such a long flanking play. They have to force the player out of this hill now, and no one has a position to do so. Rice steps out for a second, but it's just Manny, and even though Manny got him out of hill, he's not going to be able to stay alive, and Mind Freak are going to be able to get that capture, and they'll take TSM down. All right, that's a 2-1. So unfortunate that TSM only gets a best of 3 there, because I think that's one that probably goes to a game 5 if they're given an opportunity. But man, this Mind Freak team looks good. The Australians playing extremely well, and we see the top half of the bracket starting to look a little bit more clear here. Mind Freak and Optic Gaming going to be going up against each other. Agave versus Cloud9. You know, I think we might be seeing some rematches here, Tony. There are some
Оптики
great
против
games
сейчас
going
этих
down.
будут.
It really is history sometimes doomed to repeat itself. We could see that. And man, I mean, just to bring
Mind
it
Freak.
back to Mind Freak and what
О,
we
Фейс
just
против
saw,
Умид.
absolutely
Не, они их выиграли.
incredible work by them. They've been on the rise for quite some time if you really have been paying attention. But you know, the moment Barcode ended up back on this roster, man, it just feels
Против
right,
кого
man.
Фейс будет, я что не понял.
Yeah, look, and as we see this bracket continue on,
Фейс
looks like
выиграли
FaZe and
Elite
Envy
3-0,
are
что
likely
дальше?
to play each other. FaZe and, so let me get this. Let me tell you guys something, right? Optic versus a Mind Freak. That's about to happen. That went to game 5. Mind Freak won it when it was in pool plays at Charlotte. Kave versus Cloud9 is about to happen. That one went to game 5. Kave came out victorious to get their top 12 placing. I mean, their top 8 placing, right? That was for top 8. And then FaZe versus Envy is going to happen. That also went
FaZe
to
против
game
Envy.
5 at Charlotte in the winner's side. Like,
Вот
this is
интересно.
crazy. We got all the rematches going down
Да, вот
today.
я вовремя зашел.
That we do, and Complexity Unreal Nightmare is going to be a very interesting one as well. That can go down to the wire as
Complexity
well. Both
Unreal
teams
Nightmare.
are playing with their fully loaded rosters.
Не, наверное,
Dude, this tournament
Complexity
so
Unreal.
far, even in the early rounds, is action packed, and man, the bracket is kind of doing its thing right now.
No, this is such a sick bracket that's going down. The only thing that can make it better is if I was casting this
Так,
on
а
a
что-то я
secret
не
lab.
понял, а где Shopify?
Secret lab. Oh wait, I am
Неужели
casting
они
this on a secret
решили
lab.
не
That's
участвовать?
I gotta give a quick shout out because Secret Lab, I think they have the best desk in the game. It's all metal. You know what that means for me, bro? Is I go and I get these magnetic cable managers. Bro, y'all, it's
Ну,
game
реклама
changer.
пошла.
Being able to have
Стало
a metal desk where
какого-то
I'm just
металлического.
magnet here, magnet there, boom, 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 boom. Literally life-saving.
Бум-бум-бум-бум, да.
Tell us about the quality of product as well. Like, you know, I've moved now multiple times with my Secret Labs desk, and there's other desks out.
I take rest in
Какой-то
peace,
стол
bro.
Secret Labs.
Hey, it's a little heavy. It
Это
is, but you
название.
know what?
Секретная
Those other
лаборатория.
desks, they just survived the move. They broke down real quick. Meanwhile, this desk has gone through now 2 different moves and has done its thing. Yeah, shout out to Secret Labs for making a quality product.
Look at that. Secret Labs getting us through into our next series. Cloud9 going up against Akave. A little bit of a rematch. This was a match that happened at HCS Charlotte in the lower bracket round 1. It was for
Короче,
top
у меня
8,
что-то
and
жарко.
Akave reverse swept Cloud9 to get that win. Now, Cloud9, I think, looking for some revenge. Very rare do we see them losing so early on in the tournament. They're at their home stand here online.
Что-то предчувствие, что тут
This is their chance to
какао.
reestablish the pecking order.
I want to switch over towards Lure, who's going to try to make his way through the tower side. We do see Magical on the low side, and he's able to grab a hold of this camouflage. So this is going to be absolutely huge for Akave Esports. Camouflage and
Akave.
early double cap for them.
Kavi Sports.
With that, you see Magico just trying to patiently wait for his time. They'll give up that A hill, but it's worth it in order to get those kills. I'd like to see Magico go free, right? You could try to hit out a C side rotation here and accelerate the clock greatly. Looks like they're going to trap at C instead. Very interesting plays, and with him pushing up like this, I wouldn't be surprised if that last spawner gets staggered out. No, all 4 are going to be at C, and Magico still has not been seen. Just a slow,
надеюсь, здесь будет
patient,
3-0,
methodical
потому
play.
что
This is all a copy.
параллельно ж там идут игры
Allows him to
оптиков
spawn
и
up over
фейс.
towards C and turns that into a flanking play. One goes down, and now the second one will join them. Akave Esports on the attack, but Cloud9 spawning up over on the A side. They're going to at least get away with Alpha, but as we know, in Strongholds, it takes 2 to tango, and Akave Esports are dancing with Bravo and Charlie, and maybe flirting around with a trip cap.
Collect was trying his best to get away with that kill, but that's a tough one. Sab early on his rotation to B. Tempo favors Cloud9, but oh! Last second, Acid hits the shot. And with that, they'll continue to score. That was what Cloud9 needed, was that early Tempo play to B, but when that doesn't go down, things might just get deadly. You see the trip caps in. It's going to be 2 points for every second after they capture C, and they are not letting off the gas pedal whatsoever. They are going for the jugular. Perfect shots from Acid. He has 5 left. Boo Boo Doo going for the chow. Finally gets the kill, but it's relief. After 75 points have been put on the board, and it still continues to score. Akave is pushing Cloud9 to the limit.
Cloud9 may have finally been able to slow down Akave Esports a bit, but man, the damage clearly has been done. Acid with the grapple was crazy, and now it's Lure and the rest of Akave Esports attacking Charlie and also attacking Sab at the same time. Active camouflage comes up. Triple cap here for Akave Esports, who are looking a bit diffy right now.
This has been fantastic, and the big thing is they keep stopping Cloud9 right when they're about to stabilize. They've been able to get some crucial kills. I think the camo has been so important to their game. The freedom that it's allowed them to have 2 one-shots that will get cleaned up. Avusi not able to get around the corner, and that is just the way this has been going for Cloud9. Every time they think they're about to stabilize, nope, Akave get the kills.
Saw Akave Esports. I mean, they made history over in Charlotte. I mean, the highest placing from a top team from Latin America, and they're looking to keep up that momentum. Look at the scoreline, 116-9 lead. Akave Esports looking dominant right now against Cloud9.
it feels like Halo is like finally truly becoming an international game, right? The teams from Mexico, the teams from Australia, New Zealand, and Europe are all playing some of their best Halo right now. It's been a pleasure to watch, but at the end of the day, this Cloud9 team on paper should be able to come away with this series, but right now, I mean, the solution, the answer sheet might be a little bit harder to find than they necessarily thought.
And especially with the well-balanced attack that the Kave Esports are attacking them with right now. It's not just one player, it's everybody doing their job here. Speed, aggression, and objective efficiency seems to be the name of the game for a Kave Esports, and Cloud9 can't seem to slow them down. That's until Vusi comes out with a huge kill over toward the top 8 catwalk side, but still a Kave Esports with the double cap.
The Acid's been crazy. It feels like he can't lose gunfights. He's 13-6 to start this game. He's got perfect feeds all throughout perfect medals throughout the feed. It's been crazy to see him go to work here. Finally, they shut him down. I think that might be really a key for Cloud9. It's just shutting down Acid. It feels like he keeps winning some of these one-on-one fights that usually go Cloud9's way.
Active camouflage about to come up here. The Shroud won't be in play for that. It's used just to stay alive over on the Charlie side. Camo being fought over. Shock now in the hands of Collect and combining it with the camo. This might be exactly what the doctor ordered.
Oh, not able to reset A there, which is tough. Like, Collect was looking for a clean shot there. It doesn't come, so if they were able to get that kill, right, then they can keep that tempo of a trip cap in, right? They can be early on their rotation to C, but because that gets captured, they'll slow themselves down here just for a little bit. But this is the first camo that Cloud9's gotten away with. And we'll see how much they can rack up with this camo into play. They are not hesitating on any of this trip cap pressure. It's another 4 down. B spawns and the initial plays will be very important for Akave. If they go down early, this trip cap isn't going away anytime soon.
Trip cap still here, and so is Collect. Putting pressure over on the back gold side of the map right now as we see a Kave Esports trying to take space multiple different directions, but Boo Dubu gets the first kill. Sad follows it up. Cloud9 once again have the man advantage, and they're still scoring right now. 4 down going Kave Esports.
Yeah, Kave, you got off to a hot start with Cloud9. This is what we expect from them. This aggressive play when they get the trip caps in. Collect not losing his gunfights. 5 in a row for him. Now they have come to life and they have taken the lead in this game. This trip cap has been back-breaking, and Collect swinging into the action. They're not trying to give up on this trip cap. I don't think they know Collect's position. He gets good shots on the one. He's gonna give it up for. Is he gonna give it up? Whoa, Tony! Collect said no. I'm not giving up. He just doubled back.
I mean, his team was 3 down at that point. He said, you know what, I'm taking 1 down with me. And the double back was absolutely crazy. But Kave Esports once again with control. Cloud9 still with the lead. Vusi gonna drop down over toward the low ground while Collect does everything he can to stay alive here. Once again, 3 down going Kave Esports. And once again, Cloud9 pushing in for all 3 bases.
I can't emphasize how clean of a play that was from the macro standpoint of Cloud9, right? Because what's coming up on the map is camouflage. They just got they should be able to get away with this camouflage in a couple seconds here, but that all starts early on because they have A hold and they're working on B. Sav gives up A spawns to go work with a Vusi over at C. They could finish that collapse. They rotate C, B at the same time. But more importantly, they give themselves the better spawns to play for camo that's up 20 seconds. And this is what we talk about. It's not about playing for that next play. It's about playing for that 20, 30 second delayed play. It's about thinking steps ahead. And Cloud9 are brilliant right now. They are playing just about perfect. They've scored 200 points to just 20 to Akave in this last 2 minutes of gameplay. It's absurd how they've been able to take over this way.
Kave Esports having to dive and outfit Bravo at the same time here. And although they're able to get away with A, it's still scoring right now at Cloud9. Kave Esports have to dive into a base to stop the scoring, but they're not able to get the kills necessary. Every line of sight being held off, and Cloud9, hold on. What a comeback. What a game.
Yeah, so we call that C9ing, right, Tony?
Is that what C9ing is?
I'm gonna change the definition because that was brilliant from them. They're down in the dumps at the beginning of the game. Nothing's going right, and then Cloud9 came to play. They found their rotations and just blitzed their way to the finish line. I'm curious whether we have that rotation. It wasn't like flashy on screen, but dude, it just showed how well they were operating at the end of the game. That rotation that they had at C, Boo Boo Dubu pops off 20 kills for him. You know, Collect, he finishes his game even, but we saw him on that killing spree close to a killing frenzy in that game, showing how different it was from the start to the finish. And looks like, dude, we're gonna have back-to-back action here. I'm really excited. We're gonna be watching both these series. Our focus is gonna be on that Cloud9 series, of course, but we'll keep an eye on Mindfreak versus Optic Game whenever we get the chance.
Yeah, I mean, we saw one fantastic Strongholds recharge. Why not see a little bit of another one here? Optic Gaming and Mindfreak, the rematch from HCS Charlotte. Mindfreak pulled off a massive upset, and on top of that, ended up topping their pools out of open bracket. Something we really had never seen before. Ended up being the highest placing team out of any team at ANZ, but Optic Gaming might be out for revenge.
Keep an eye on some of these early plays from Mindfreak. I mean, look how aggressively they are playing for this trip cap here. Oh, Sways. Okay. Dude, Sways was trying to breakdance his way into a couple sprint strafes. He does get enough damage onto the cross map player to get one kill, but that will give a home to Optic Gaming for now. If he was able to find that crazy kill, that trip cap would have been established for a very long time. So a massive play by Legend to get that kill.
Sways is known for having a head spin that'll make your head spin, and now a double cap here for Optic Gaming. Going in for the trip as Alpha, about to change hands real quick. Mindfreak started off well, had a trip cap for them, but now Optic Gaming with the answer back and a trip cap of their own.
I gotta say, we haven't been watching a ton of Mindfreak. We saw the end of their game versus TSM. We're seeing the beginning of this. Sways, damn impressive, bro. I gotta say, like some of the fights he's winning, the situations he's getting away with, he's playing the next level. You know, it's not the flashiest stat line, 5-3 to start, but if you take a look at the tape, he's getting some crazy plays on paper.
Sway's been absolutely doing this thing every single time we have him on camera here. Also Barcode as well, 7-4, but a huge kill goes the way of Optic Gaming right onto Scoobmeister. And we see Barcode trying to fly his way over towards Alpha, but too little, too late. A new angle, a new fight, and maybe a new opportunity as Barcode goes right inbound.
The Barcode like having to have a very unique, that's a Halo Infinite fight if I've ever seen one, right? The melee's midair to a grapple back, just crazy plays. Legend, not gonna be able to get that cleanup bound with a really fantastic effort to get back towards a team fight there to finish off that kill to Scoob. In the one-on-one close quarters mouse and keyboard fight, another one on screen, and both the MNK players, they've come to fight in the close quarters. They just took down Legend and Renegade in those in that very close range gunfight that usually benefits Controller.
Yeah, you know, he talked to Active all the time. He's always talking about the close range being tough, but so far, Scoobmeister and Rice must have figured it out. And we saw back-to-back kills really go their way. A lead here for Mindfreak, but 3 down they go. Scoobmeister, the final player alive. Optic come off a spawn and made their presence known.
And Renegade lurking into the back. He knows that pressure is going to be coming towards C, and he'll just vacate. This is very heads-up play by Renegade. There's no reason to take a fight that you're so heavily disadvantaged from. Try to find something different where you at least have an even chance, and he'll be able to get a trade out with his life with something that should have probably been a quick death for him.
Legend having a tough time right now. We saw that one fight not go his way over toward the back gold pipes. We saw the green gun not quite connect. Meanwhile, Sways is feeling himself right now. Sways and Mind Freak with a huge advantage here on Strongholds. They're showing people it wasn't just a fluke. Mind Freak are the real deal.
I like watching Sways play because you can see his thought process in his game, right? Because you see him drop down, he like sees Formal, he's like, okay, I don't know if Formal saw me, but if he did, he's gonna be looking here, so I'm gonna grapple up and cut the angle here, then I'm gonna have a noob combo out. Like, it's just like crazy thinking about like every situation and how you can try to come out on top. But Mind Freak, they got themselves this early lead, but what's dangerous is when you let Optic Gaming get trip caps, right? And they start to split the spawn. Barcode needs to win this one, and he does. And notice how he's not getting into that hill right away. Much more important for him to get those shields back. His life is extremely valuable here, and you're seeing the ramifications from there, right? They clean up the rest of the kills. They get themselves established once again. If Barcode goes down early, loses that gunfight, that's a trip cap for Optic Gaming. Instead, Barcode wins the gunfight. The Aussies start winning more and more gunfights, and they're scoring instead. This is what's been the difference, I think, from the earlier Mind Freak that we've seen and earlier in the year and the Mind Freak we're seeing now. Like, they're winning some of these really crucial battles.
Barcode went on an absolute tear when you talked about him staying alive. Actually, got 3 or 4 kills after that, and the damage was serious. Now back-to-back kills here for Optic Gaming. 3 down, go Mind Freak, and that's gonna be a triple cap for Optic Gaming. If there's any chance for them to come back in this game, it's right here with the triple cap.
Yeah, but Legend and Optic Gaming have them trapped where they want them to in that Pipes position, where it's a lot harder for them to get out, right? Because every angle that you can get out from there, Optic Gaming has covered. So by the time they're able to do so, you see the ramifications. The trip cap stays into effect. They're able to prolong this scoring effort, and even then, on that next rotation, they're able to contest over at C. This is really well played by Optic Gaming, and this is what makes Optic very dangerous. You give them a chance to give a trip cap, they'll get right back and retake the lead from you.
All that work that Mind Freak put down, and Optic Gaming end up taking the lead, and they are still scoring right now. Renegade now with the shot in hands. Once again, half the members of Mind Freak end up getting sent to the respawn screen. The other half are going to try to push A, but you run into a Renegade and an Optic Gaming that have built the green wall. You can't get through it.
Formal gonna go for it. And Nate does let Rice know that there should be pressure coming, but Formal does not care. He is getting aggressive. He's trying to put that pressure. And the big thing is he's trying to keep Mind Freak just distracted on the other side, because the rest of Optic Gaming is playing heavy on that A side. Oh, really? That would have been really smart by Formal if he was aware of Sways' position, but Sways a little lucky there to be in the right corner. If Formal turns the other way, Mind Freak would have been in big trouble.
Kind of reminded me what happened in that matchup with Cloud9 and Coffee Esports. You know, the underdogs coming out in a big way in the early game, but the response back from the favorites here in Optic Gaming. Once again, 225 points for them, holding on to Alpha and Bravo, but they're the ones that go 3 down. Rice is now able to get away with the camouflage, puts it to work immediately. Is this where Mind Freak take back control?
Trying to get away, but not able to get those kills. You see a double dilemma be put down. Oh no! Mind Freak needed B there. They're not going to get it. That's going to keep Optic Gaming from scoring. What a nade!
Legend from downtown with that one, and that was just beautifully played. And still, Mind Freak able to take away Alpha and Bravo. They've stopped Optic Gaming from scoring, and they just lucky they got him 3 down as well. Mind Freak, they have the double cap, and if they could hold on and play perfect Halo, we could see Mind Freak pull off yet another upset here in game number 1.
In the games they did beat Optic Gaming and in the objectives, it was similar to this, where Optic Gaming gets that to the finish line, but they weren't quite able to cross it. Mind Freak has been very icy in these spots, and wow, Scoop played that so well, just valuing his life from the corner. They spot Legend, the last player alive, early as well, so Barcode's going to put that pressure on, and notice when Legend dies, that's when the rest of the team spawns up. So Optic Gaming now has this stagger spawn to deal with. They're going to have to slow themselves down until Legend spawns up. which, you know, buys more and more time for Mind Freak to slowly come back into this game.
Mind Freak completely set up right now, watching the angles here. Formal gonna try to sneak over towards Alpha, and he's able to do so. Now, converting here. They're not able to get him out. Now Charlie and Alpha belong to Optic Gaming, and he knows that Mind Freak gonna be overextending over towards C. Formal's already here. Can Optic stop Mind Freak?
Yeah, wow, I mean, Formal just caught Mind Freak mid-rotation, and it gets them, you know, a couple points closer, but Mind Freak able to recover for now, but it's just a recovery. These kills are so important. Someone needs to get to A. They just don't have the time. It's going to be a couple points here for Optic, and they will be able to finish it off that 3 down. Optic Gaming put themselves into a strong spot to finish and will be able to do so, but we are seeing that Mind Freak, it wasn't just a fluke at Charlotte. Like, these guys are able to go to war. They're pushing Optic Gaming and forcing them to play these close games.
Mind Freak clearly the real deal, and on the lower bottom right hand corner of your screen, you're seeing that so are Cloud9. Cloud9 not only get that comeback win in game number 1, but a 50-32 score line in that game number 2. Cloud9 looking really good, and just take a look at the stats right now. I see on the bottom half of your screen, you see Sab going off with that 17 kill performance. Meanwhile, on the top half, I'm seeing a overall in the kills very balanced, but Legend throwing up 14 assists to go along with his 16 kills.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the math real fast. That's 20-40, so 55 kills for Mind Freak in their on their side. What is it? 32 plus, what's 32 plus 17, Tony?
49.
49 plus 15. So Slay's favoring Optic Gaming by a pretty thin margin there. I think like a 4 or 5 kill differential between the two. But I mean, hey, it just shows like these teams very even on paper so far.
I'm gonna need you to do me a huge favor here, Tools. Don't ever put me on the spot with that ever again, bro. That was scary.
If you see Tony, ask him about the quadratic formula. Like, he knows it on the top of it. He's like a savant. It's crazy.
The quantum translocator? What?
yeah, it's how you calculate where your quantum translocator is gonna go. You have to pull out the quadratic formula.
Looks like we're getting a bit of a reset on the top left-hand corner of your screen. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Cloud9 up 2-0 against Akave Esports. Looks like they're getting into their game number 3, and I believe I saw an oddball on a live fire, so it's going to be a nice long one. It's going to be a battle of attrition. Oftentimes, we see this map and game mode combination go to a round 3, and with how exciting this matchup has been so far, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Yeah, it feels like Cloud9 as like finally gotten the foundation under them. They had a very clean game of Slayer. They won that by, you know, almost a spectacular margin. I think just a few kills over that limit for Akave. So, you know, it should be easy cleanup. And this is the thing. Cloud9 was in this position before, just a week ago at HCS Charlotte, where the elimination was on the line. They were up 2-0, and Akave were able to, you know, find game 3. Then they scrapped for game 4. And then they get themselves into that game 5 situation. This is a chance to redo history, to have a second chance, and to reestablish your confidence in yourself. Finish this game off in a sweep. I think that's the main priority right now for Cloud9.
So far for Cloud9, Sab in this particular matchup has been that player to watch out for. I mean, 17 kills in a Slayer is pretty damn good if you ask me. I mean, what's your job in a Slayer? To get, 13, 12 kills, and you did your job? I mean, 17 is pretty damn good, especially against a team like Akave Esports.
I guess it's like you're only allowed 12 deaths, but is your job 13 kills or is it 12 kills? Because it's like everyone can have 12, but one guy needs 13, right? That's how the math works.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna say my job as a support player, because he damn ain't sure look at me to get kills, is 12. In fact, my job is 11. It's your job to get 16, damn it.
Well, you see, Optic Gaming was off to a hot start there. Got a clean 4 down, but Mind Freak just knew exactly what to do off their spawn. They all 4 pushed the same angle, overwhelm the players that are trying to get themselves set up for the next rotation, and clear out some spacing for their team to work with. The big thing that happens, though, when they lose that opening start is they lose this, right? The sniper and the camo does go to Optic Gaming, and it goes to Formal, who's very scary when he's giving the shot. Now, one thing to note, that shock rifle only has 2 bullets in it. That means it's not enough to get a kill by itself. It can take down a weak player, but not enough for a full health player.
Mind Freak with quite the response. Right to the mid-map they go. Right at Formal and the rest of Optic Gaming. Mind Freak down by 2 kills, but now they're the ones who widen their influence on the map.
You see Scoot track down, force underneath, and Renegade gonna try to take advantage of that. Will get the kill. Rice not able to keep him alive. It's just Legend that's alive in his position known. Rice able to get that next one, and we're back to even. It's 11 all, and Mind Freak gonna be able to pressure Optic Gaming. Tempo favoring the Australians here.
Barcode attacking top mid and has angles on multiple members of Optic Gaming. One over toward the hotel side, and there's one on S1. Renegade able to take down Sways, but Scoopmeister right back at him here. It's quite the fight. A 1-kill advantage for Mind Freak, but for how long is Optic continue to attack?
Legend just opens up a whole line for us. He just got another kill. He doesn't need to take him down either. Legend just got 3 massive kills for his team, and that should have been a cleanup, like an easy cleanup, and Mind Freak gets back into position to try to collapse it on Optic Gaming again. Instead, Legend from the middle position down the 1 shot, not only finds 1, not only finds 2, gets 3 kills, gets them the lead by 3, and now they're able to fight back, get into that camo spot. That's all Legend right there, and he's not even done. Yeah, that's 5 in a row now for him. He's got camo. He's trying desperately to get away, and he will. This is so well played, and this is why, like, when people talk about the best players in the game right now, Legend is top of mind because the plays like this, they cannot deal with. He's 10-3, Tony.
Not all kills are created equal, and he's 10-3 right now, and it feels like 15 kills with the way that he's playing and slaying. In the wise words of Barney Stinson, my man is Legend. Wait for it, Dairy.
So far, quadruple positive in this game, and he's gonna find his 10th in a row. Legend will not be stopped. I mean, right now we are on pace for running riot material, and he's finding all the 1-shots. Oh, right when you think it's easy, right when the 1-shot's right next to you, that's where he goes down.
30-23 lead here for Optic Gaming. Scoopmeister gonna get his shields back here at Mind Freak, who have put up quite the fight literally all series long. They're the ones who find themselves on their back foot. Against Optic Gaming, that is not what you want to be, because I can't think of a team that rides momentum better than Optic Gaming.
Double digits, and look, it's a double-digit lead. I don't think it's a coincidence that you see a double-digit lead, and we saw Legend go on a killing frenzy. Right, like that has been the difference between these two teams. Otherwise, it's been about even. Now, Optic has so much freedom to play with. Renegade's gonna start, going doing his thing. He's got a triple kill there, and this should be, the sort of routine style gameplay that Optic Gaming is used to for finishing out Slayers. So much of that early work makes the end game that much easier for the team. And Renegade and Legend, you can start to see these guys are flowing like water. 12 kills for Renegade, 17 for Legend. They are just working so well with each other. This is when Optic Gaming's at their deadliest, is when those two are just playing MVP caliber performances.
6 more kills needed here for Optic Gaming, and obviously Mind Freak find himself way too far behind. Honestly, in spectacular situation or danger right now is Mind Freak, especially the Optic Gaming are playing. But what does Sways have for breakfast? Whatever he had, I'll take 2. The man hasn't lost a pick yet.
I'm curious. It does feel like we go to Sways, he's like just wins something. He's going back to forward. He's gonna try to take the fight again. Barcode's gonna clean it up this time, but only 3 deaths afforded for Mind Freak at the end of the game here. It's not an impossible comeback. It is certainly improbable, borderlining impossible here.
I didn't see an assist column for Formal. That's a
he's got 15. He's doing his thing. I was curious what his damage is at the end of the game, because you see 15 assists is crazy. The big thing is, like, if his damage is also extremely high, it's crazy because the way damage works in Halo Infinite, guys, if you guys didn't know this, not every bullet is worth the same amount of damage. So when you go look at the end of a game, if a player has like a crazy amount of damage and not that many kills, that means they're shooting. because the headshots that you get to finish a kill is worth a lot more in damage than like a body shot to take down shield. So it can be really telling at the end of the game if you see someone with like very low kills but very high damage, because that means they were out there, bro. Like they are doing damage on the map.
Fun fact, I actually did a test about this, and literally I had somebody fire off 4 shots with the bandit, and then I got the headshot as the final kill to take down a player, and the headshot was worth about more than the first 4 shots.
Yeah, so one shot could be worth more than whoa, Avusi peeling heads, and they're just 15 seconds away from taking this round. But you can see the stat line for Cloud9. The Slays have been comfortable so far in this oddball game as they look to establish a 1-0 lead and get themselves one step closer to that sweep.
Final seconds go in here. Cloud9 once again doing what they came to do. Akave Esports has been absolutely phenomenal so far this series, but it's still a 2-0 leader for Cloud9. They figure out a way to close out games.
See Avusi targeting that sniper right away, gets it to his hands. Oh, but caught in the worst possible spot. Had to change weapon, did get the shot off, but not quite able to line it up to the head. Akave with a good start, able to get that ball time, and is well established for camouflage, right? They have A and tower side control, so Cloud9 gonna have to go through these angles to even contest camo.
Asking to try to melt through the push here of Cloud9. It's a big snipe for him and a huge angle to take down Sad. That's a man that has been practicing and putting in the work, and you see it right here, right now. Acid doing his thing, and he's gonna pass that ball and say, hey, look, I'm flying right now. I got a sniper, and I'm putting Cloud9 3 down.
Yeah, I was happy to see Acid like keep the sniper in his hands, because like a lot of times you have camo player, you're like, go give sniper to camo. It's like, wow, if you're hitting shots like that, keep it in your hand, right? Like I truly am like a believer of the hot hand idea. If someone's hitting shots, keep that weapon there.
22-0 run here for Akave Esports, and right now we're gonna find out if Drift is the one with the hot hand. He has a camo and sniper combination. Meanwhile, Booba might have heard that audio cue of camo running out, but doesn't matter when Drift is hitting shots like that. 2 go down for Cloud9. Drift doing everything he can to stay alive and absolutely decimate Collect. Are you kidding me? He drifts the corner and takes off Collect's head.
Bro, that might as well been like, that could have been movie-esque. That's the side of play that you see in trailers. Like, that's absurd. Like, what? He's down to 1 shot, hits the curb slide to get away, barely gets away with his life, pushes past the chase nade that's coming for him, closes the space and hits the headshot mid-air while his opponent's also in air at a different elevation than him. Just to put it in context, like the absurdity of that shot.
Insane. And a 33-22 lead here, still for Akave Esports. We hop on board now with the Avusi, who's gonna try to do what he can to help Booba grab hold of that camouflage, more importantly, get away with it. Looks like they're able to do so. Down by just 11 points, not much here, especially when you have all of the resources on the map. And here come Cloud9.
That Booba back into the front line. Just see 2 players underneath. They will go down. 3 down for Akave. Cloud9 gonna be able to get that ball time once again. And although it was basically a perfect start for Akave, Cloud9 wasted no time getting their way back into it, and you can see the lead will switch hands. And feeling confident with this camouflage. One of the best camo players ever to do it. You're seeing why. I mean, he is just picking apart Akave.
23 points so far here for Cloud9. Sad with the ball in hands, and Akave Esports stuck over toward the back green side. It's a Avusi trying to line him up. Lore gets the first kill. Booba follows it up. Collect answers that back as well, and now Drift down to 1 shot and nowhere to go but the respawn screen. Cloud9 hold on, and that's a lot of ball time about to be accumulated.
Yeah, Yeah, Collect has an option to play very aggressive into A if you wanted to, but gonna try to keep things simple, right? Complicate the game state quite a bit there.
Я все же не все так промажет. О, нормально попал.
Missed the easy one, hits the
Кто-то
hard
сказал,
one.
что промажет.
Coming back, trying to get to his teammates' help. Love the jiggle, but the acid too good there to go down in that gunfight. But only 15 seconds for Cloud9, and I don't know if Akabe has the resources to force this play ball in time.
So close. But not able to finish it out as Cloud9. It looks like Akabe Esports are able to force the play ball early on. And mind you, not only that, but also on the reset as well. 3 down, go Cloud9. Akabe Esports ain't done just yet.
Drift able to pull this back towards his spawners. The big thing for Akabe, though, is you basically have to play perfect. You can't even afford to let Cloud9 sneak away a little ball time, right? You have to be very aware of when you're losing these fights and being quick on rotation to try to get a play ball. But even then, it might not even be guaranteed because all Cloud9 needs is 7 seconds.
And they're about to get it right here, right now, unless Acid has something to say about that. The melee goes down, and now you see Cloud9 trying to rotate this ball away from Akabe Esports, but might have been a bit of a fumbarooski here as multiple go down for Cloud9. Camouflage comes up. Lord tried to take advantage of it, but Boo Boo Doo is there, and he gets himself a double kill, and you see Cloud9 continue to be relentless, attacking, baiting this ball in the camouflage as well.
Yeah, I see both teams getting very good fill spawns there. The spawns for Akabe at A, the spawns for Cloud9 over at Dummies. That means that ball is going to be stuck in the middle between the two warring sides. And with it, I think it's likely this ball is going to get reset unless someone touches it about now. Oh, they were so close, but that could heavily favor Cloud9 here. They're going to be able to nade these out. Multiple one-shots that just get away, but Cloud9 still in this fight. I mean, look how acid, and he will not be able to get those kills. That will be it. Cloud9 sweep Akabe and get some sweet revenge in the winner's side.
It was quite some time that Cloud9 were looking for those final 5 seconds. Was hard as can be. Akabe Esports didn't give up, but eventually Cloud9 earned what was theirs. They're going to be advancing forward. Akabe Esports can't say the same for them.
See this bracket starting to develop. Cloud9 going to move one step forward.
Oh,
Optic versus Mindfreak still continuing on. It's Optic Gaming that has that 2-0 lead. We'll see if Mindfreak's going to be able to find a solution in the oddball on Livefire. A tough position for Mindfreak. I mean, this is Optic Gaming's bread and butter. They do not lose Livefire oddball.
Barcode once again doing his thing, 13 and 10 right now. It looks like Mindfreak are the ones with the ball, at least for now. Optic Gaming forced the reset here right off the map. That ball goes, and Optic Gaming hold on to the advantage.
You see Legend able to pick up that ball right away off that 4 down. They're going to maximize the amount of time they'll be able to get before that next gunfight. It's something Optic Gaming does so well. Oftentimes you'll see them try to pick up that ball during engagement, confident that a lot of times they can get the job done with just 3 bandits on the map. And look, even now, like Mindfreak's push comes, that ball stays in possession of Legend, and they're just winning the gunfights in that disadvantaged state of not having 4 bandits on the map. Still getting more and more ball time.
Legend still scoring right now. I thought that ball was being played right off here, but somehow Optic Gaming able to hold the line, find the slays necessary, and that extra time that Legend's going to be able to accumulate gives them 62 right now. And they're right back on the ball. 3 down once again go Mindfreak, and Formal knows where his teammate is spawning.
That's Legend being able to get that trade out kill as he plays the ball. So it's just Formal and one player, Mindfreak, alive on the map. Formal's gonna be, yeah, let me get some free time here while they have to basically force the play. And Mindfreak finally get that 4 down to get a little ball time, but look at the difference, right? Like, Optic Gaming has a very nice lead to work with.
Snipe in the hands of Sways at the moment here. Has plenty of ammo to work with, has the repulse in the back pocket as well. Mindfreak has control, but where the heck did bounces come from? Attacks the perimeter, not only gets a kill, but does some extra damage. That Renegade is able to take advantage of. The Demon strikes for the double kill, not quite able to get the triple. Mindfreak doing everything they can to hold on.
Heads up by Scoop there, right? Like, you could try to take that challenge. You should win it, but you feel yourself going down a couple shots in a fight. Like, wait for the help to come. But eventually, Optic Gaming off spawn, play extremely quick into the chaotic fray. And with it, they're able to find a couple clean kills at good time. It's only 20 seconds now for Optic Gaming to close out this series. And Mindfreak is on the complete opposite of the map. And look where Optic Gaming's position. They're deep into the front lines. They're going to force this Mindfreak roster to win those gunfights early on to get the ball break. They do, but you can see just the style of play of Optic. They're always batting for the home run.
Despite the space that Optic Gaming were taking, Mindfreak were ready for the fight. They end up getting that and also getting that ball toward the tower side. There's no Optic Gaming are still going to continue to push the pressure onto Mindfreak. And Mindfreak won a couple of battles here, but now it looks like Optic Gaming starting to overwhelm them a bit here.
Yeah, you see this fight, the longer it takes, the worse it is for Mindfreak, because Formal's just picking up ball time in the process. 3 seconds to go, no contest will come. Optic Gaming remain just so dominant on live fire oddball. There is really no team that can contest these guys on this map. It is very rare to see them drop it.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, I know they only had dropped like one game of oddball leading into Championship Sunday. I mean, oddball is definitely seemingly Optic Gaming's bread and butter, and you saw it even against a very hungry Mindfreak roster. Optic Gaming gonna advance forward. Mindfreak still get to compete down in the lower bracket here. And Optic Gaming, probably your favorites to win this tournament.
Yeah, and we'll see them go up against Cloud9 next in our series. Bracket working out that way, and that should be a big challenge for Cloud9. But if they're able to overcome, that would be a huge sign for them as they're looking for a good bounce back tournament here and at the World Championships.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, so far it's been your 5K Open Domination number 2 here. It has been lights out here in the winner's side of the bracket. We still have to complete the lower side and also find out who's making it to the winner's finals, who's making it to the grand finals. We're going on a short break. Don't go anywhere because we have more action along the way.
Какие-то перерывы. Что-то у меня съедает память, что за бред. Ничего не знаю. О, Фейс против Энви сейчас. Почему не показывают? Сами будем включать, хорошо. Как раз там Люсит ведет у себя эфир. О, и качество даже лучше. Охренеть. Как это так интересно. Это мы смотрим.
Going flower door to yard. He went yard.
Ага.
Yeah, they could spawn snipe. Yeah, one guy top snipe, one shot, two shot benches, two shot benches. In glass.
Ёлки-палки,
See that? I'm playing for
ожидания
shock, playing for shock.
пройдут.
Yeah, I'm playing for a spawn kill. I got one, I got one.
Хорошо, как было. Ух.
Yeah, both weak, both weak.
Ух,
One more, one more. I have
ой,
shields,
красиво
shields.
сейчас будет.
Two shot, one shot, two shot driveway, two shot driveway.
Пола потеряли.
I'm down, I'm about to get pushed. Hear you.
Да, тут осторожно.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I have shock at glass. I'm just sitting. Yo, top side, nest ramp. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, he's bottom market, market, half shields.
Хорош.
Yo, top mid. One shot, top mid.
Ух, хорош. Ух,
Three dead,
хорошо.
three dead, last guy. I'm one shot, Joey, I'm one shot. Yo, glass is open? Yeah.
О, неужели Шай
one blue.
запустил? Вот хитрый. В 9:15
Three more?
запустил. То есть я думал, что
Yeah,
где-то
I'm pitching
после
dip, I'm pitching
8, там 8:15,
Drop out.
8:20 уже
Yo, I'm pitching
будет
your
сетка,
RPG.
нифига.
Yo, one guy
В
flat door.
9
One shot flat door,
появилась
one shot flat door.
сетка. И вот
One guy
эти
flat door.
сколько?
That's what we got
8
him, never mind, my bad.
самых сильных команд, да?
Here, here. I'm going yard for thrust.
И вот сразу подсуетился Шай. Ну понятно.
Two shot. He's two shot here.
Молодец.
Dude, they just spawned here. They
Shine.
just spawned here, Joey. Get out, Joey. Get out, Joey.
Все вызывают подарок.
Yo, kill blue truck if we can.
Просто за то, что он что-то там напердел.
Yo, LR, LR. Two shot.
Давайте добивайте,
One
ребята.
shot LR. Still LR. Still LR.
Молодцы. Проигрывали уже. Сейчас
Here you top gold. I hear you top gold.
лидировать.
Dude, yep, they're both there. Hitting light hole thrust. Light hole thrust. And then flower door. Yo, top gold from yard. Top gold. Right now.
Пока что
I'm
это не
coming. Yo,
очень
one guy soda
получается.
stairs in.
Хотя вроде бы у них есть контроль на этой карте.
Two dead.
Ага.
Yo, and light hole. LR to me, guys.
Ой,
Yo, hitting me, LR. Fuck.
плохо.
They're all there. Okay, Joey. Look at you. Joe, behind you, right behind you, Joey. Three shots behind you.
Джой, нет, Джой.
Bottom
Джой,
mid, bottom mid.
Джой. Окей.
Here,
Ой,
here.
Томми
It's two
молодец.
shot, one shot.
Ну,
Get up top.
трипл килл, можно сказать.
Or maybe blue. They could be blue.
Окей, сравняли.
Yo, one guy nest ramp. I'm watching your hotel. Yo, one guy sneaky. Hear that? Sneaky was weak. Yo, going blue ramp now. Two guys hitting blue ramp. I'm coming blue truck. I can't see it. About to get hit blue ramp. Blue ramp and top snipe. Yo, he's going out hotel. They're not at snipe anymore. They've shot hotel guys. Yo, I spawn snipe. They're gonna be yard. Yo, can you guys come back out to me maybe, or just play mid? Yo, two guys blue ramp with shock. One shot in top blue and hotel. Can we kill hotel
Догоняют,
at all?
потом отстают. Ой, опасно.
Hotel is 3 shots. It's not pushing you in.
Да ты шо, ну?
Okay, I'm
Таким
looking at
нубам
them. Shane,
проиграть.
look at them. Yo, top gold in the corner. Drop driveway. One shot,
Ладно.
PJ. Turn around, PJ.
Ты немножко
Yeah, they have
просто
shocks though, guys. They
предвзято.
still have
На
shocks.
самом деле Энви довольно-таки сильная
mid.
команда.
Yeah, I see that. Joe.
Потенциально топ-4. Я бы сказал,
Yo,
даже
okay.
сильнее,
I'm hitting
чем
blue ramp, guys.
SSD.
I hear you.
Ну,
Yeah, two guys here.
потенциально.
One shot, Joey. One shot on me.
А, хорош.
Yard.
Да, Джой помог.
Okay,
Joey.
they have thrust. Yo, fly hole. One more.
О,
Yard bear.
хорош.
Kill yard bear.
Давайте, ребят, давайте, да. Все задоминировали. И Зейн тут еще прибежал. Не буду
Look at
каркать,
those.
но мне кажется, да, вот,
I have
вот
shock,
эту
guys.
игру,
I
вот
still have
эту
shock.
карту заберет наша любимая
Yeah, I'm watching my
Фейс.
flower door real quick. Dead. Two dead. Yo,
Mhm.
posters, two shot, one shot posters, above you, PJ, Zen.
Давай, давай, давай. Зейн, забирай.
Yo, he's bottom dip with camo. Bottom dip with camo.
Ай.
No, I lost them. Yeah, I spawned tram. Don't poke right now. No, Shock's dead. Or Shock's
Мне
out,
нравится,
Shock's
как Тони
out. Glass, I think, right?
общается с ребятами,
Класс.
с командой. Как
Yeah,
настоящий лидер.
I am weak here.
Вот туда не идите, там не это. Держимся вместе все. Ой, опасно как.
One shot glass, one shot, two guys, two here.
Давай, хорош. Да. Очень жалко. Кто-то умер
need to
перед
push that guy
Томми, и
posters,
Томми был
I think,
последним.
faster when we have
Ой,
the-
как обидно на
We have
самом
the info that
деле.
he was there.
Такая жизнь
I think he
несправедлива.
just came off respawn and got out.
Ой, что это у Томми все залагало, а нету статистики. Что мы даже посмотреть не можем. Капец. Какой счет вообще?
Oh god, it's literally just the camo that just made their lives a lot easier to in the game.
Шо? Куда Джой вышел? Что я пропустил? Что происходит?
Yeah. Where did we first see them at? Where were they? That was tragic. That one guy was weak glass, and then that other guy was weak. Challenged me. Got a kill on. Yeah, I just got pinched in the back.
Не знаю, я вроде и
No,
хочу
I-
шайбу
we
включить,
had
а вроде
a-
не, мне
I
так
think we were,
за
yeah, it
грустно
was either a
становится.
3v3 or a 3v2, and we knew there was a guy posters, and then we didn't know exactly where they were. We just needed to like push that guy posters faster. Where were you at? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This shit. Snipes, it's camos. I don't know, I'm just gonna play for snipe, like play up A plat. Honestly, you guys, maybe like two of you guys could do that. Wait out the nades. One guy on snipe, literally just walking for it. Just hit it out. Two guys hit it out. Yo, 2 A plat, one guy top mid and A plat, sandbag. And screen somewhere. I don't know where he went. A plat sniping. Sneaky sniping. He ran A. He's like small door sniping. Here, Joey. Here. Yo, top mid. Kill one. That's sniper. Half shield's key door with snipe, guys. One shot.
Неужели реклама
One shot.
короля из
Snipe was in A
завоевателя
somewhere.
появилась, когда уже
Not sure where he went.
сезон заканчивается?
I spawned elbow, PJ. Trying to look at you. I have your chase. Yeah, I see that. I see that. Dead. I don't see anybody. Mirror. Backing up the ball. I'm fighting that, Joey. I'm fighting that. Coming back now. Yeah, he plot top mid. One shot top mid. One shot top mid. Already mud. Nice skills in. Nice. 2 dead. 3 dead. Missing 1. Ball guy. I spawned mud. They're spawning A or green. Should be A. Should be someone up. Back. Small door. Both of them. Back A still. There's 3. I'm 1 shot, Joey. I'm still getting naded. I'm here, man. Three dead. Spawn camo maybe? Camo or green, I'm not sure. Yo, big door, Zane. Big door. He's just walking forward. He's hitting it now. Nice nades. He's weak. Weak in A. Kill this guy. He might have went. Oh, I just naded Joey. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. Go for it, Joey. Go for it. QT dead. I died from rat. Nice. 2 dead. Camo. Yeah, fight together. They're fighting for it.
В шоке.
They're gonna spawn close to that probably. I'm here, Zane. I'm here. Yep. 1 shot. I got out. Hear ya. I'm here. 3 here looking at it. 3 looking at it. 2 1 shots here. 2 1 shots. Still 1 shot. Nice. Let me grab that. Yo, A plot, Joey. I'm here. I hear you. Fuck. It's dummy ramp. Pillars. Yeah, I'm dropping this ball for a second. Yo, me cuts. 4 dead. Snipe is down there. Fonda. Yeah, they're spawning green. Yo, I'm staying tower, Joey. Hear that? Yeah, coming door. 1 shot. 1 more cuts. Cuts is half shields. Hear that? 3 shots. 3 shots dummies. There was a guy cuts. 1 shot. I know I'm 1 shot. Cuts still. Cuts never died. 1 shot. Dead. 2 dead. Bottom tower me. 1 shot. C. Last guy. 1 shot tower. Yep. There was a guy tower. South tower. Yeah, 1 camo, half shields, 3 shots. He's 1 shot screens. The action was bottom mid. Yeah, half shields on me, dummies. What? Yo, kill bottom mid. I'm here, Joey. Yo, half shields at B, Joey. He's 1 shot in tube. At B somewhere. 1 dead. There's 1 dead right now, guys. Yo, I spawned dummies. They're gonna all be there. Should all be there. Yo, back A. 2 shot back A. 1 shot. Dude, 1 shot back A. 2 dead, 2 dead, 2 dead. Yo, A Dom, A Dom. 3 dead. Nice job. Still 4 dead. I spawned camo, They're gonna be elbowing. Yo, RD tires. Tires top mid. He's cuts, different guy. 3 shots dummies. Going bottom mid, and 2 guys, 2 cuts hitting screens, and 1 bottom. Kill pillar. There's one guy. They're gonna be behind you guys. You guys spawn days. A plot. So that's fine. Back green. Big. 1 shot cement. I'm going A plat, Zane. He backed up. They both backed up. On snipe, guys. On snipe, Joey. Nice. Ball is alone. He's gonna be net sniping. Gonna be dice. Dice sniping. Yo, they're gonna spawn dummies. Should spawn dummies or camo. Yeah, I'm coming dummies, Joey. Left A. Yeah, cuts his half shields. 1. Yeah, elbow. Yeah, bottom mid running. And 1 more dummies. 2 1-shots or 2 weak here. Last guy. Yep. Player spawns here. Okay. I'm gonna go nest. Actually gonna drop pillars, PJ. I'm going white wall. I'm behind these guys. Cuts, and bottom tower. Oh, there's another guy dice. God. Yes, snipe ball. One more there. There was another guy, and then spawner. Yeah, I spawned green. There should be maybe a guy here, PJ. Yeah, it was Piggy. He's 2 here. Look at me. They're both looking at me, PJ. Cuts, guys. Cut somewhere. Send it. That's him. Elbows one. Oh, I just naded you. Careful. Stay down. Have shields here. Okay, they're spawning. Yep, gonna be nest side. Oh, that's last 2. And then spawner. 1 spawner. Don't worry about it right now. Do not worry about it right now. I spawned to elbow. Kill this. Just got naded from somewhere. Hear that? Nice. Could be cuts. Cuts have shields. Cuts is 1 shot. Yeah, I'm dying from elbow. Bottom tower. I think I stuck him? I did. 2 dead. Yo, key door, Joey, key door. Bottom mid, and dummy door. Half shields, Joey, 1 shot. Nice. Yeah, they're spawning A. I'm coming A plat, guys. Going A plat. Ball guys half shields. Half. What? 1 shot key door. No one there. Ball and then rat. Key door still Zane. Going cuts. Low cuts, PJ. Behind PJ on cuts. Camo spawn. 2 of them. 2. Hear that? Yeah, you're in rat. I'm with you, Joey. Dude, what? One more key door. He's just went out screens. 2 on ball and then white wall. A dom. Small door. 2 dead right now for a second. Yo, they're gonna spawn green. Omaha. There's camos coming up soon. There's a guy hiding around ball. Yeah, cement. Dude, 1 shot cement. Nice. Probably 2 of them. Cuts, yeah. Yeah, I can grab ball. He's bottom mid. Oh my god, dead. Hear you. Yeah, snipe. Go back to tower. That's not Piggy. Yep, bottom tower. Tower jump. Still tires. Going tower steps, PJ. I have shots, PJ. Nice trade. Yeah. Have shields. Yeah, hit A flat. I'm literally a bullet. I'm literally a bullet. One bullet, A plat. 2 dead, 2 dead. 2v2 guys. They're gonna spawn green now too. Yeah, I see that. With you. Just sitting on camo. Sitting on camo. Just one shot. Dead. Still sniping small door. In A Dom sniping, going big door, jail sniping, going bottom mid half shields with sniper, going like key door. Key door with snipe guys. He's still hiding her. And he spawned A. Behind a showy. One shot he pit. Kill this guy A. I don't see Rat's. Okay, I'm fighting that, One shot pillars, dead. He's back B. One shot back B. One shot back B, guys. I killed him, 2 dead. Yo, camo soon. We need to push through on this. Yo, A flat white wall. Dead. They're gonna spawn A. There's still 2 dead for a second. Yeah, we need to be ready to play for this, guys. Zane's gonna need some help. Yo, dummy door also, Zane. Here, A flat. Yeah, I'm pinching A flat. On camo, one shot. Dummy door, last guy for a second. He's 2 shot, one shot. One shot, top cuts, PJ. Top cuts. Spawned up, mud. Yo, I'm hiding on dummies. Tires already. They spotted me, dude. 2 on cuts. I traded 1. One more mud right now. Or dummies, 2 dummies. Yep. And then elbow. Stay alive, Joey. Stay alive. Nice kill. Bring this back to A. I spawned dummies or camo. Spawn camo. Ball. Half shields. 2 on ball. They were both weak. Another one. Dead. Yo, training. Last guy's green. 4. Yep. Still 3 dead. Could've spawned dummies maybe. Yo, I spawned A. Snipe now. Yo, behind me A plat. On. Nest jump. Dude, and pillars. Yeah, they could have snipe. They have snipe A plat. Last guy. Yo, I spawned behind that guy. Yo, bottom. I hear that mid somewhere with snipe. Yeah, they have sniper. Just be careful. Bottom mid's clear. I'm looking at you, Zane. I have you. Not watching you, PJ. What the? I'm behind ball. One guy going out green. Back green. They have snipe. Second. Tires. Going cut sniping. Camo. One guy on cuts. Yo, key door. And rat tunnel. Still key door jumping with ball. No, he's going cuts. And then there's a guy's screen. I have QT. Yep. Here, I'm running a day. Dude, A is weak. Ball guy is weak. Spawned elbow, spawned elbow. He's a bullet. He's a bullet. Dead, 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 dead.
Be this opening to pull away heavy, and fans were fighting for the back foot the entire previous round. And getting, you know, a little bit of that vibe right now in round 3. This ain't good.
Small door.
Piggy with a sniper here too. Got it on the back. Beautiful
Still
1v1. Session cleans it up with the sidekick
Screen,
though. Envy
key
keep their
door,
numbers
he has
advantage.
repulse key door. He's going out cuts by himself.
Let the people choose. Do we have
Two dead.
this series is 1-1.
Spawn green.
What's up, man? Welcome. This is 1-1
I'm
game
not with you.
3.
I'm 1A plaids in.
And tied in rounds here too. Envy lead 41-0.
Top mid. Traded one. One guy just spawned
do we
green.
have mods in the
Going
chat who
training.
want to make a poll between the
Training,
two? But I
top
feel
nest
like
and
now we're
ball.
kind of
Top nest
committed,
and
right? Envy en route to win this game
He's gonna be green. He's gonna be C.
and bring us to a game 4. Put FaZe
Spawn day.
in disadvantage in the winner bracket.
I'm looking top mid. Yeah, in the vent. He dropped bottom, I think. He went bottom mid. No, he's top mid actually. Traded him.
Okay, 3-shot beatdown.
Top tires.
Snakebite coming out with a 5 on Piggy. Yaxon retrieves it
Two
though.
dead,
Keep the
2v2,
numbers even. 2v2.
Yo, A plat sitting sneaky, hiding sneaky.
We lost
not
optics
moving.
dominance to
We just
COD.
sitting here. One shot top mid, Zane.
Sure.
Two dead.
FaZe with advantage.